say about a campaign when they're saying to their prospective voters, guys, we know you have to keep it a secret. We know everyone wants you to vote Trump, but secretly you're allowed to vote for Kamala. Here's the thing. I've heard a lot of people in this election make a case for Trump, right? I'm one of them. I've heard many people make a case against Trump. I've yet to hear anyone make a case for Kamala Harris. Anyone. No one can make a case for this woman. She has not made a case for herself. Tim Walz has not made a case for her. Joe Biden will not make a case for her. There is no case for Kamala Harris. There's just pro-Trump and anti-Trump. And I really wonder whether anti-Trump gets you all the way across the finish line with a candidate on the other side like Kamala Harris.
Well, if she can't make a case for herself, why should other people?
Critique of the Harris thing tonight is simply just mathematical. She keeps saying that we're turning the page on a decade. Well, 60% of the last decade, Democrats have been in the White House. So I guess in some weird way, I agree we have to turn the page because 6 of the last 10 years have had Democratic presidents in there, including the last 4, and she's been part of it. So this whole turning the page, you said she's running on hope and change. I guess we're going to hope, Democrats are going to hope for different results by leaving the same people in office. I'm not sure it's going to work. 2020, Joe Biden told us the same thing. He's going to restore the soul of the nation. And we're more divided now than we have ever been. He told us he was going to be a moderate. He's been anything but. And everybody in the Democratic Party told us he was in his right mind. And that turned out to be a lie, too. So you'll have to forgive Republicans for being a little skeptical of these ideas of unity and we're all going to come together when that's what we were told 4 years ago and we got none of it.
Some may call the title of this video cocky, but I think it's true. I mean, if you disagree, let me know in the comment section. But I agree with Ben Shapiro. Actually, I've been saying this a long time on my channel, and I read the comment section. Even though I've had a reply, guys, I read the comment section. And every time I get like a Kamala supporter or someone who's leaning Kamala, they never give me anything that they're excited about her doing. It's always, but Trump. Trump bad. That's why I made so much videos about her. Trump, I put, okay, Trump bad isn't a good message. You can't gaslight voters into supporting Kamala Harris. I put those videos out constantly on this channel. So this title should not be surprising for anyone who's been watching my content. But as you guys know, final days of the election, Trump released a closing campaign ad, actually. And it was a pretty good one. It's a damn near good one, right? And it got me thinking, like, Trump's saying, fix it. And what is Kamala Harris saying? We're not going back? Fix it resonate with more voters because of the fact that many voters believe we're going in the wrong direction, right? We have lists of all of the Kamala Harris's accomplishments, right? Because I found a parody page that encapsulates everything that Trump is trying to fix with the way that the Biden-Harris administration has run things. If you can give me a quick second to highlight that to you guys. In my 4 years as vice president, this is a parody account before someone try to label, that's misinformation, Kenny. You're trying to mislead your audience. This is a parody account, but everything that's stated on this parody account is how many people see the country going in the wrong direction. We're $36 trillion in debt. You can say Trump would have made it a lot cheaper. Who knows? But all I know is a lot of the spend that they use this debt into is foreign aid, right? Trying to push solutions that won't actually address the problems, like giving amnesty to millions of illegals under your Secure the Border Act or the bipartisan Secure the Border Act. That's not working. You're spending money and it's very cost ineffective. You allow 20 million illegals to cross through the border. You allowed censorship. You're wishing for censorship because of misinformation, disinformation, when all that really means is information that goes against your lies. Mainstream media, liberals, purview, the liberal world order, whatever you want to call it. 2 major wars, DEI initiatives, which is slowly crumbling and losing social favor. Men in sports, groceries up 25%, housing up 60%. When Trump was president, you needed $75,000. I know I was looking for a house during that time. After Trump's presidency, luckily, I'm already in my house for, 2 years already, going on 3. Now you need to make at least 6 figures to $125,000 to afford the same house that would have taken you without all this interest rate, without all this inflation, without it going up 60%. You only need to make $75K to buy the same house. Billions to Ukraine, 2-tier justice system, right? Which is many people always complained, always been the Democrats, higher taxes for no reason, weak military, low recruitment, right? And China sees this stuff. Oh, they're not recruiting people. They're not recruiting people to fight in their wars. They're not having the backing of the American people on these wars. This is a pain point for the administration. It's a weakness for the administration. And they're sitting here trying to make the case for Kamala. You can't make this up. You can't make this up at all. Right? And this is some of the messaging that I want to highlight here. Here's Megyn Kelly giving, I think, is a good message for why many men, regardless of their race, support Donald Trump. Let's take a look.
He got mocked by the left for saying he would be a protector of women. He will be a protector of women, and it's why I'm voting for him. He will close the border. He will keep the boys out of girls' sports and where they don't belong. And you know what else? One more thing. He will look out for our boys, too. Our forgotten boys and our forgotten men. Guys like you. Guys like these guys who've got the calluses on their hands, who work for a living with the beards and the tats, who maybe have a beer after work and don't want to be judged by people like Oprah and Beyonce, who will never have to face the consequences of her disastrous economic policies. These guys will. He gets it. President Trump gets it. He will not look at our boys like they're second-class citizens. And ladies out there who want a bit of girl power in this election, let me tell you something. How can you win when the sons and the husbands and the brothers and the dads you love are losing? It's not a win.
And I've been saying this for a long time, that feminism, in an effect, has created this effect that I see the same problem with black culture in a way. Black culture always think about, what are you going to do for us specifically? And it's the same argument that I make, what I say with women. How can you win when everyone else is losing? You just become a target. You become like Caesar getting stabbed by all the other senators. Like, you can't expect the whole country to fail just for you to win. You have to work within a society. You have to be part of the team, right? We all hate ball hogs. This is a saying in basketball. No one likes a ball hog. No one likes a guy that only he wants to score. Only he wants to give me the ball, pass. But then when it's his turn to pass, he doesn't want to pass. That's how I see black culture sometimes. When they say, oh, what you going to do for us specifically? Nothing specifically. If you're thinking like that, go vote for a Democrat. And then they don't give you nothing anyway. At least with Trump's America, it's an opportunity for all Americans to get ahead. But you have to take the opportunities. You have to do the work. No one's going to spoon feed you anything. And this is the conditioning that I'm talking about with the liberalism that's infected black culture. And I say, yo, black culture, you need to change your values. Same thing with women that believe in this feminism stuff. You're going to cut your nose to spite your face. You're sitting here, oh, look, women are disproportionately graduating medical school. Ha, ha, ha. And then you use it to flex on men. But then 10 years from now, 20 years from now, I can't find any economically attractive men. Oh, wait. Remember this? When you were out earning, out graduating young men, and people were saying, hey, isn't it about time that we help men in academia? You guys said, no. When you have an advantage, you don't want to make it equal. You don't want to make it right. And this is why I said the feminism was never about equality. It was about making women privileged. And they have arrived. They have more rights than men. You don't believe me? Can a woman opt out of parenthood? Yes. Can a man opt out of parenthood? No. Discrepancies there, but they want to pretend that, oh, there's no law that controls a man's body. Yeah, it's called family court, child support, right? You have the option of, if you keep the kid, the man is responsible. You don't keep the kid, you save yourself from accountability of your choices. But if you give the men the same option, hey, men have the option to financially abort themselves from the situation. They're not financially liable for the child, because they love to say it takes two to make a baby, but it takes one to decide whether it gets to live or die. That kind of discrepancy has always been this nagging prick in the back of my mind when feminists sit here talking about, we just want equality. We just want to be treated as equals. No, you don't. You don't want to be treated as equals. And this is the difference between women that support Donald Trump versus women that support Harris. I wrote it down. Women that support Donald Trump are voting not only for themselves, but in an inclusive manner for their family, which has men in it, right? People of different creeds, different religions, sometimes different skin colors if you come from a mixed family like mine. These are the kind of people that vote for Donald Trump. What kind of women, what imagery of women you see vote for Kamala Harris? Self-centered women, women that only think about themselves, how they could get advantages, and like you see it with the abortion stuff. Oh, I want the right to choose. You see the ad commercials they put out, right? Her and her husband, essentially, this is the framing I'm taking, agreed we're voting Trump, but secretly you voting Harris. To me, that's a very selfish woman. That's a very self-centered person. That person will do things that's only convenient to themselves at the expense of her family. And that's the difference. You putting sticky notes, women are putting sticky notes in the bathrooms, try to tempt other women to go against their families. And this is feminism at its core. This is feminism. This is why I don't like feminism. This is why I don't like if you were to ask me, Kenny, if you were to give your unsolicited dating advice, what would you tell a conservative guy? If I only could tell him one thing, don't marry a feminist. Don't marry with anyone that identifies with anything with feminism. Because essentially feminism is women, we think about ourselves as an exclusive class. Like we only think about the interests of women. Just like in black culture, many of the claims that many people are saying, hey, black people only think about themselves. They think about race first. This is feminism. Feminism wants you to think about your gender first at the expense of the family. Just like black people who want reparations, even though it'll destroy this country, it'll put this country in hyperinflation. They don't care as long as black people get their reparations at the expense of everyone else. And this is why reparations never pass. It's the same crap that I see in feminism. And this is why I say 2024 is a referendum against identity politics. And Kamala Harris is the candidate of identity politics. And this is why I say that no one can make a case for her. There is no case for Kamala Harris. The case for Kamala Harris is all emotional, nothing rational. Majority of Americans believe we're going in the wrong direction. Majority of Americans believe we need mass deportation. Is Kamala Harris offering that? No. Majority of Americans believe that only American citizens should be voting in American elections. Does Kamala Harris and the Democrat Party believe in that? No. So it's settled. But for abortion and this fake issue, threat to democracy, this is a former president who you guys try to take out of the ballot, but somehow he's the threat to democracy, make it make sense. Your actions do not match your deeds, Democrats. And this is why I said there's no case for Kamala Harris. But hey, I'll end it off there. I think I said my piece. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as the election winds down, as I prep for my my live stream. Who will you think is going to win? How you guys are feeling about the election? Are you bringing people to vote? Because Kamala can't win. The reason why Kamala can't win is we cannot create an incentive where we reward these tactics from the left, these tactics from the Democratic Party, these tactics from the media. I'll be damned if we reward them for their dishonest tactics. And I think that's the biggest case why you should vote for Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump, to me, even if you don't like the two personalities, even if you're not liking too much of his policies, vote based on the fact that he's a protest vote against all this dishonest nonsense from the mainstream media and the Democratic Party. But I digress. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video as always. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.